Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Red Sofa here at Automotive Logistics and Supply Chain Europe. I'm here with Etienne Jacob, who is the Global Supply Chain Director for Plastic Omnium's Intelligent Exterior Systems. Thanks so much for being with us, Etienne. You joined Plastic Omnium after 20 years with OEMs and PSA Group. So tell us, what are some of the biggest surprises for you switching from the OEM side to the Tier 1 side in supply chain and logistics?
Well, in fact, it's really interesting to see the other side of the mirror. But honestly, we have the same issues. We are in the same supply chain, seamless supply chain, I would say. So we have the same constraints, we have the same stakes. It's always a little bit different, for sure. We have more plants, smaller plants, but the activity at the end is very close because we are delivering bumpers in sequence, so we are very linked to OEM anyway. So it's not so different, in fact.
So it's not so different, but one thing we talk about on stage is that you think there's room to improve the dynamic between OEM and Tier 1s, the relationship, perhaps. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you'd like to see improved?
Yeah, one of the lessons learned after a few years now in Tier 1 is that we have a poor relationship in between central supply chains. I take a few examples about short-term cancellations. Our point is not to decide that or to have that decided too much upfront. The point is to be aware of the risk. If you are aware of the risk, you can better prepare yourself. And if you are better prepared, you can react quicker and in a more efficient way. So the point is, I am currently aware of the risk when it's already decided and it's tomorrow.
Right. Yeah.
How can I react properly in these conditions? So if we were discussing upfront, not about the decision, but about the risk, I can be much better prepared, for sure.
You fully accept that there needs to be flexibility and there can be delays, but you need to be aware that this could be coming.
Yeah, it's a matter of agility. So agility, it's flexibility. Okay, we need to be flexible, and we are flexible. But the point is that you need basically to prepare yourself to react. And if you are prepared, basically you react quicker and better.
Do you think that logistics providers have a role in helping to improve this dynamic in some ways?
For sure, they are part of the ecosystem. I think they can for sure support the reactivity, the proactivity, the urgent transport and so on. They are part of the ecosystem, so they should be part of the discussion also.
One thing I know, you've set some pretty ambitious targets at Plastic Omnium for supply chain sustainability and reducing emissions. Tell us a little bit about how that is impacting the way you're planning your logistics.
Yeah, if I would have all the answers, I would be very, very delighted. In fact, we have very, very ambitious targets, as everyone. We know that we have not all the answers today. But what I promote is that, okay, we need to go step by step. Let's do a small step. Let's work on maybe the synchronous flows, short loop, frequent, where basically maybe we can put e-trucks as of 2023 or something like that. And then let's go step by step. I think that's the only way, because we don't have all the answers, we don't have all the hydrogen trucks, we don't have all what will be developed in the future. But we need to start the journey, that's for sure.
So the last question on digitalization and technology. You've really emphasized low-cost implementable solutions. Tell us a little bit about where your focus is in digitalization and Plastic Omnium supply chain.
I think we have limited resources, we have limited time. So we want to innovate, we want to digitalize, but we need to be very pragmatic. So it's more of, as much as possible, taking out of the shelves existing solution, integrating that, more than innovating in new supply chain solutions of the future and so on. I think we need to keep that on our side, on Tier 1, very, very, very pragmatic. Otherwise, basically, we'll spend a lot of time, but okay, I think we don't have this time and we don't have this money so far.
So better to be direct and get something going rather than try thinking too far ahead. Well, Etienne, this has been a really great insight into a Tier 1. We're really looking forward to sharing this with our audience on stage and working to improve that OEM Tier 1 dynamic, as I know it's important to you. Thanks again for following us here in the Red Sofa. We'll be sharing more with you from Automotive Logistics and Supply Chain Bonn, Europe here in Bonn. Thank you.